Hey, the difference is this. Texas worried about
Because I believed in what I wanted to do. And now I'm sitting in front of your Power 4 coach.
Come on, run, catch him. There you go.
I'm right here. I guarantee you, I ain't got no problems.
Yeah.
Kind of put us on the map a little bit.
It did. It did. Yeah.
And in the hometown.
In my hometown, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Season 7, episode 2.
Yeah, this is The Whistle, Season 7, Episode 2. First off, coaches, how are y'all doing? Fall camp is in full effect. How are things going so far?
Man, it's going pretty good, baby. I think as coaches, you always look at things with a 50-50 lens. Like, well, I'll speak for myself first, and Coach Pollock will tell you how he feels. But I always look at it as like, when I get that question, it's going good, but let me see what they do in pass.
Yeah,
then they get in pass, and it's like, okay, that looks pretty good, but I need some live bullets here, some competition for starting position. Who's going to do something? It's going good. Okay, this first game, let's see if they can put it all together. So it's always, for me as a coach, because I look at things as a 50-50 lens. Yeah, I like where we are, but I'm always looking to progress to get better.
I agree with that. From a special team standpoint, I'm excited about where we are. I think we've got a lot of things accomplished in the first few days of camp. You know, our coaching staff, our players have been really dialed in and focused on what we're trying to accomplish. I think we got a good little routine going. And, I'm like you. I want to see some live bullets. I want to see how they react when they get hit. And I want to see if they'll hit, Everybody wants to see if that dog will bite.
Yeah.
Every dog barks,
Right.
but not all dogs bite.
That's right. It's just like my granddad. My granddad used to tell me, he was a World War II veteran. And my granddaddy used to tell me all the time, man, in training and stuff, everybody got it right in training.
No doubt.
It was a different thing when using that foxhole.
No doubt, man.
So
it's like in football, everybody get in the weight room, lift weights, throw weight. Think about them weights, man. They don't hit back.
they don't hit yeah.
The weights don't hit back. So you got to find out what you do when you get hit back.
That's right.
So-
That's exactly right.
Coach Hart, last episode you gave people questions to answer.
Yeah, we got some people.
Yeah, we got a couple.
Got some responses.
Okay.
So we got a couple of responses from one question, but we only got one response from one question, so I'll start with that one first. You asked the people what their pregame routine was, what they did to get ready for the game. And Mr. Maurice 1980 said they get their clothes together to match the uniform combinations, and hopefully Coach Prime can release them earlier than watching the special teams warm up on game day.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
I like that. So they
I was going to say now, if you keeping up with our uniform combinations and matching those, you doing good.
That's that immersive experience,
Yes,
right?
sir.
That's
Yes, sir.
You all into it. I like, before the game, what I do is I get up early, whether it's home or away, and I go into the gym, and I usually get the incline up to about 3.0 miles, and I kind of walk it
Oh, yeah.
and get a good sweat, get a good burn. Sometimes if I'm feeling real good, I'll run a little bit, but I say, hey, let me get my condition in before
That's
these
right.
guys. Let me get my
That's right.
sweat in and put my sweat equity in just to let them know I'm invested. And I got my workout on the way for you to see these guys work out. That's usually what I do, coach.
Yeah, if we in a road game and we're staying which we typically are fortunate that we stay in nice areas, I like to give me a walk in around the hotel area. Just kind of walk around the area, explore the area I'm around, and just get a little, like Coach Hart says, get a little exercise in, get the blood flowing and going, and get woke up good. And then after that, depends on what time our game is. If it's a later game, of course, grab a little breakfast with the team, and then go back and catch the beginning of college game day. Catch a little bit of that going on, and hear what they got to say. And then after that, like I say, depends on the time of our game. Our routine changes according to that. But yeah, I like to wake up and get me a little walk in the morning, get a little fresh air, get the blood pumping a little bit, and just kind of get off to myself a little bit and be able to clear my mind and think about what I got to do today.
Yeah, I love them early games too, Coach. I like to get after it, get going. Them late games, man.
Hey, Fox, put us on the big noon kickoff every week. I want to kick off at noon Eastern time.
Yeah.
That's 10 o'clock Colorado time. That means by 2 o'clock we done.
We done, baby.
We know what the result is. we can get on to the next opponent. I love that.
I love
I'm
that
like,
too.
you wake up and let's go.
Let's go.
That waiting around all day.
Yeah.
Hey man, listen.
Anticipation.
That old Pac-12 after dark. I'm glad we don't have to deal with that.
Ooh-wee.
That 8:30
That after
Mountain
dark,
Time kickoff, 10:30 Eastern Time. No.
That after dark was something else now.
Yeah.
I tell you what too, you think about that, and then you look at it. If you gotta wait, and I'm sitting there, it's like keeping the bull in the cage.
Yeah.
Just sitting there waiting, can't get it done. Watching everybody else play, I'm like, I'm ready to play. I'm tired of
That's
watching people. I want to get out here and play, and then you get out there, and, I understand late games and people coming out, but hey man, big noon.
That's
Come on
right.
with it now.
I love me some big noon kickoff.
Yes, sir.
I love to be that noon
Yes,
kickoff because like he said, when you not only do you just starting late, being up, just throwing you off for your next week and all, but just sitting around all day and just anticipating, like you said, just in a bull caged up and you ready to go. And it's not like when you and I coached high school. You had classes to worry about that day. You had something to keep you busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you got Saturday and you don't have anything, you try to do some walkthroughs and some meetings to kind of get the kids moving a little bit, but the day just goes by slow.
And just so y'all know, I know a lot of people don't know this. I was surprised how many people don't know this, but when we on an away game, just so y'all understand, we get there. Let's say we play Saturday. We'll get there Friday. Do our evening meetings, everything, get everybody's mind locked in, ready to go. And then we'll wake up, we'll play the game, whether it's morning, afternoon, night. And just so y'all know, when that game over with, we go from that field to the locker room, wash, get your stuff packed up to the bus with a box lunch of some kind to eat.
That's right.
And we on the plane.
Straight to the airport.
It's straight to the airport,
And
in the air, and then we land back in Colorado. So for those who thought, oh, he got an extra day, no, ain't none of that. What you see when you heard the fourth quarter ball game,
That's right.
and you see us go in, we are going in to shower, get our box lunch for the bus. On the bus goes directly to the plane. Get on the plane, and we are in the air.
That's right.
And then we land back in Colorado.
And
Same
it is a shock. It was surprising to me when we first started doing this. How many people like, oh, so y'all get to spend Saturday night and then get up Sunday? No.
This is a business trip.
We listen, and it don't matter what time we get back. We get back to Boulder 3 o'clock in the morning.
There you
whatever.
go.
See that's the thing. Listen,
Yeah.
Shout out to Denver Airport.
That's
they
right.
treat us right, but that's a long ride.
Yeah, you
From
go.
that airport up to Boulder after you've been working all day and in the game mode, you done flown, man. I wish it was just a little bit more convenient just to get in my car and go home.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie about that.
We passed our house on
Sure
the way
do.
back to the
Yes, sir.
campus.
I be waving.
I
at
be
the
waving
house.
like, well, y'all could just open the door. I'll just
Excuse
roll
me, guys.
out.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Man,
God bless you. God bless you.
Lord.
I just roll out of here.
Got me
Don't
sneezing
go to-
thinking about getting up 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So y'all
Riding
know.
around.
So them late games, you'll see. I
Yeah.
know late games for y'all. Y'all late tonight. Like we played Colorado a couple years ago and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When we end 10, 9,
Yeah.
whatever clock it is locker room, shower, box lunch, bus, airport, plane,
Yes.
Colorado, bus to Boulder.
Yeah.
That's happening.
Yes.
Ain't no.
I mean, we were literally on the plane grading film, like
Yes.
watching the game on the plane
That's right.
with our iPads and computers.
That's right.
And because you just know when you get back, you're going to be exhausted and you need to get some sleep, but you got to get right back up Sunday.
Yeah. So you need
And
that
get on
film
the next
graded.
opponent.
Yeah.
So,
you need that film graded
Like I
out the
say,
way.
a lot of people don't understand, what we go through on the weekend of game weeks, and our players as well. They right there with us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a challenge, especially when it's a late road game.
Mm-hmm.
That late road game, boy, I hate to see them jokers.
So, Coach, you had another question, and you asked the people what game they're most interested in. And Debt Free Fearless says that she's interested in every single game because of the new talent that's come in, plus the guys who are returning. And it's exciting because anyone with eyes can see that this year's team should, at a minimum, win 10 games.
I love it.
Love
Is
that.
it Debt Free? Is that the name of the?
Her name is Debt Free Fearless.
Debt Free
Debt-
Fearless?
She got some. That's
I like
fearless.
that.
I like
Debt
that.
Free Fearless. I like it.
I like
DFF.
it. Yes.
DFF. Thank you for that. Yes. We do have some talent. It's going to be, I think what most people see next year, we got a lot of athleticism.
Oh, yeah.
A whole lot, a ton of athleticism at some different positions that we may not have had necessary athleticism at, but it may have been strength or instincts or just guys with very, very high IQs that play the position. But now across the board, we're really athletic. I think we run well on all platoons, whether it's offense, defense, and special teams. And yeah, I'm ready to see it and see what we can do. And I love your prediction.
Yes.
I love your positivity of the 10 games, and we're definitely striving for it. As coaches, we understand that, you know, you win 9, you got to win more than 9.
That's right.
It's always the goal is going up. So we're right there with you. You know, that's our goal too, to win more than 9 and keep this thing going and get back to a bowl game.
There you go.
And get you guys there. So yeah, I'm with you. It is a different team. I think everybody's going to be really surprised and ecstatic to see what we putting on that field, because these guys are athletic. I'm talking about across the board. It's good to see.
I know from a special team standpoint, just putting together the depth charts for the different teams and everything, boy, it's been easy to fill out some depth charts, you know, early on here. You know, it's been, I know in the past, looking at the depth charts from the past and things, I know that it was a challenge. Because, you know, especially when you start talking about a 2 deep, everything here, we got some guys that can play. We got some guys that can run and hit and very athletic, and we're excited about that. You know, I know that a lot of people know we probably don't have the star power that we had last year, but I think from a consistent depth standpoint, I think we're much better off.
The team, yeah.
From a team standpoint.
The team standpoint, I think you got more avenues of how you can get plays made.
Right.
You know, last year, you know, you had, Coach Pollock said star power, where you kind of knew where the ball was going to go, offensively, defense, who was going to be making the plays, who you were counting on to get us out of some situations. So now, I think we just got multiple avenues of players who can do some different things at different positions to make the game more of a team sport. Not saying it wasn't that last year, but now I think you're going to be looking at the overall team and not just a couple of star players. And to pick out Coach, when he's talking about helping them with special teams, looking at those depth charts, you know, I think the challenge now is it wasn't so much, okay, last couple of years, okay, this guy, we need to get them in and make sure they play. Now it's like, man, Coach, I got about 4 deep of guys that can play. We may need to move this guy over here, see if he can get on the field here and even it out, because you are deep with talented guys that can help us in special teams, and that's the new challenge, which is exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
So we have another answer to that question. Reese Miami says that the most interesting game to them is against Georgia Tech, because the way Georgia Tech plays is everything that Colorado struggled with last season, as they run the ball a lot. So if they beat Georgia Tech, it will show huge growth for Colorado from last year to this year.
Yeah. You know, hats off, and I love the comment. Who was who was that again?
At Reese Miami.
At Reese Miami. Very good observation
Yes.
on things that we're trying to work on this year and get better. And yeah, Georgia Tech, with the shifts, motions, jets on every single play, it makes you make sure that you know these guys know exactly where to line up, where they're going to be, what checks are coming, and you want to make it a game plan that these guys can be successful in.
Yeah.
So yes, we've been doing a lot of that, looking at their film, of course, and getting ready for it, because we're excited about that challenge. That will show some major growth with our guys, IQ-wise, understanding the defense, and where they need to be when that ball snaps to be able to be performance alignment and affect the ball game. So yeah, no, we're looking forward to that. I'm glad it's the first challenge, because it's gonna build a great amount of confidence for us as a team to be successful in that game.
Yeah, and also, you know, they got another added feature for their offense, because their quarterback is actually part of their run game.
That's right.
You know, it's not like you guys having to deal with just handing the ball off to the running backs and jet sweeps and everything. And their guys do a good job with all the pre-snaps movement. And then, like I say, you've always got to count on the quarterback too. So it's going to be a challenge for us. And you know, defensively, they're bringing in a guy from Texas that had a successful as a coordinator, had a successful defense last year. He's coming in, going to run their defense, and you know, I know they're excited about that. And they've got some veterans coming back in the kicking game, as far as punters and kickers and stuff like that. They got a punter from the portal who had a very, very good year last year at UNLV, and they got a kicker coming back and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a challenge and everything. But I'll tell you what, one thing I will say about a Coach Prime, Coach team is we typically are ready for the first game. You know, I don't know that we've ever lost a first game with him coaching since he's been a college coach. I think he's 5-0 as a college coach.
That's right.
In the opening games of the season. And so it's going to be a challenge. They're definitely a good football team. They finished the year with a lot of confidence. They played their rival, Georgia, really tough, went to 7 or 8 overtimes, and came up short in that one, but they played really good. And then they played a really good Vanderbilt team in the bowl game and came up a little short in that. But they're a very good team. They got a lot of guys coming back, and I know they've got a lot of confidence going into this coming out of this all season, going into a game with us. So it's exciting to have them there. I'm gonna have a lot of friends from Atlanta. It's gonna be here. I told them they couldn't sit in the Colorado section if they wore that gaudy navy blue and gold that they got.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, they got to have black and gold on if they're gonna sit in our section. But it's exciting. I grew up watching them play, and it's always fun when you get to play somebody that's close to where you grew up, and you got a little connection with them, you know, from a youngster on up. So yeah, we're looking forward to the challenge.
Hey, man.
Exciting.
Yes, sir.
So last answer here. This comes from Brado Hernandez, who says that our team is scary and that we're a complete team, offense and defense. They think we're undefeated, that we'll go undefeated or maybe one loss.
Okay.
Wow.
That's Brado Hernandez.
Brado Hernandez.
Brado Hernandez.
Hey, man.
I like
that. Keep that faith, baby.
Keep that energy,
thing
baby.
going. Keep that energy. We
You
want
know?
some of that. You know, we're breathing that, and every game you go into, you are going in to win.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we go 1-0 every week.
That's right.
That is our statement to our team. We're 1-0 every single week. We get rid of 1 week, on to the next week, it's 1-0. You know, and if you keep going like that and you come out every week 1-0, Mr. Hernandez will be right there with
That's
you,
right.
undefeated. So yeah, we are scary. I love the camaraderie, guys. You know, if you come up, I don't know if we'll have an open practice. I'm not sure. I don't do those things. I'm not sure if we'll have that or fan day where you guys can kind of see us move around. But when you do, more than just the execution of practice, I want you to look at the camaraderie and the chemistry
Yes.
between the players. I mean, it is something
I agree.
that I haven't seen in quite some time, how connected these guys are, coming from different places and sharing the same goal.
Yeah.
To win a championship, to be undefeated, to get to the next level, to do all those things. But 1-0, baby. That's how we're going to take it. We got Georgia Tech first, and we're going to focus on them. And every week, it'll be 1-0 for us. That's what we're.
That's right.
That's our goal.
And you know, to piggyback off the comment about camaraderie, you can tell we've got some veterans in the locker room. You know, we've got an older team that these guys have played this game. They understand what it takes to win, what it takes to be successful, and a lot of them, you know, they see the light at the end of the tunnel. They see it coming to an end for them, and they're trying to make sure that they end it the right way. And you know, part of that is having camaraderie in the locker room, because they know if we're not close, we're not going to be successful. And I think we got a very good, close coaching staff. Our players are close, and I think we're doing a great job of creating that camaraderie through fall camp. You know, Coach Swayze and them's done a great job in the summer and in the off season creating that in the weight room. You know, a lot of that's created in the weight room. Hats off to those guys down there with our strength department that have done that. So yeah, we're excited about that, and you know, we just look forward to going 1-0 every week.
Yeah.
And you know, we just I'm tell you what, it's crazy, because I think we got 2-3 weeks left before the game week.
That's
I
right.
mean, it's right here around the corner.
That's right.
You
That's
know, it's
right.
going fast, and you know, it's just a deal where, you know, I'm just ready to get out under the lights. I'm ready to, you know, see, hear, and smell the student section.
That's right. That's right. You will smell them. I'm telling you now. That we ain't come off that mountain, dog. It's some ooh-wee
Ready to
in
see.
the
Use
air.
all our senses.
There's some ooh-wee in the air now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
So, and it being a night game too for that game one.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna be
yeah,
good.
oh yeah. They
It's
gonna have
gonna be
all day to
good.
party too.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, they
Yeah.
gonna be nice and
They're
rocking.
all excited. Hey, game's already sold out. It's black and white stripe. I think you're supposed to wear black shirts in one section, white shirts in another section. So pay attention to what section you live in or you sit in, and make sure you wear the right color shirt so we can strike this thing out the way they want to. Man, I'm gonna tell you what, the field's gonna look good. Brand new field's gonna look good.
Did we tell y'all the Boulder where the Colorado is?
It's turf.
In the end
Yeah,
zone?
it's turf now.
there.
We
Yes.
talked about that.
It's turf now.
It looks really nice.
It does.
Looks really nice, really sharp.
It's some good stuff.
I wasn't expecting that when we got the new field, and I saw them do that, and I was like, man, that looks pretty good.
That was good. I like that. It's gonna look good on the new game system on
Yes, sir.
PlayStation and
Ain't
stuff.
no doubt.
You
Ain't
know,
no doubt.
they talk about this atmosphere being one of the top atmospheres in
Yeah.
college football and places to visit and come see a game.
That's right.
Yeah, y'all come on and get these tickets now. They sold out the Georgia Tech game. Now we got them sold
I
out.
mean, there ain't none available on the way to the boat to
There
the
you
game.
go.
There'll be some on the way.
Oh,
to
we
the
got
game.
some people out there.
Some people be out there.
They're gonna take care of you.
They will have some available for you.
Yeah. Speaking of, Coach, us having a older team, and I agree with you there. What's your thoughts on the portal now, and us being able to build this older team and get the camaraderie and kind of have that experience? What's your thoughts on that with the portal? I know people got mixed, opinions of it.
Right.
But what do you think about it?
Well, I think that we probably have done as good a job as anybody in the country of using the portal to get the right kids.
Yeah.
I think that, the portal is a situation where, you got to be careful when the kids that hit the portal, why are they in the portal? What's their situation?
That's right.
How many times have they been in the portal? Is there a pattern here, and things like that? And I think it's important for us from a team camaraderie standpoint to have that camaraderie on your team. So at the end of the year, your kids don't go to the portal. Mm-hmm. You don't lose kids that you really don't want to lose. Mm-hmm. But hey, the rules are set up to be the way they are, and really and truly, whether you agree with them or not, you got to go along with them. Yeah. And you got to play the game the way that with the rules everybody's playing with. And it's been very good to us. It helps us bring in experience sometimes when we have a position that doesn't have experience. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to talk about the side of the portal that you don't really hear a lot of people talk about. Kids develop at different times in their life. You got some kids that develop really good youth athletes that maybe they don't become great high school players because they don't grow. Yeah. You got kids that sometimes they're not as good in the youth league, and then they get higher up in it. They get more coordinated. They hit puberty. They get better in high school. Okay. Well, the thing about it is there's so many players in this country that's playing this game, and you've got a lot of kids that maybe in high school they've gone to the Division II route, and they've signed with a Division II team, and then maybe they've had a couple of really good years. Maybe they've hit a growth spurt. Maybe they just really got serious in the weight room. Maybe they're finally in a situation where they're on a nutrition plan and a weightlifting plan and things like that, and now all of a sudden they get a chance to play Power 4 football because they can hit the portal, whereas in the past, they were just going to be stuck in Division II for 4 years. Mm-hmm. So people don't always talk about that part. Everybody wants to talk about the top 5% that they seem to be, they call the problem, and they don't really want to focus on some of the positives of it because, if I know a lot of kids, we've gotten some good players that were Division II players or FCS players, that had a year or two that are really good, and now they get to live out their dream and play Power 4 football. And I think that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think a kid that maybe he wasn't out of high school that got as much recognition as another school. So maybe he had to sign with a Division II or FCS or maybe even a Group 5 school. And now he gets to live out his dream of being a Power 4 football player because of the portal, because he put in hard work and because he's finally in a situation where he can get recognition to get at that level. And that's a positive side of the portal that a lot of people don't want to talk about. Like I said, they always want to talk about the negative. And I'm going to tell you what, there's a small portion that's negative. A small portion of the portal is negative. And a lot of it is positive because, like I say, these kids deserve an opportunity to move up if they get a chance to move up, whereas in the past they would be stuck in a Division II program or FCS program, and then we all know, even though there's a lot of good stories out there of kids that have gone from Division II to NFL and been really good players. It's a lot harder to make that jump than it is if I've got tape at Colorado or somewhere and I'm playing other big, what they perceive to be big time competition, and I'm on TV every week and you know, my name gets out there, you know, so it's a little bit different deal.
Where y'all from?
We up from Miami, Florida.
All the way from Miami.
All the way from Miami.
Appreciate y'all coming, man.
Hey, man, we love what you guys are doing, man. We want to support you in every way.
Appreciate your family.
And we're recruiting at home. Everything we see at home, we bring it this way.
My man.
You gotta believe. Dude, we've been believing since day one,
That's
dog.
why I gave it to
Remember
you.
back in Jackson State? We've been believing with you in the pregame show.